this is Dan from Backpacking Adventures. I'm out again, and this time I'm with my niece Carly.
Hi.
And we are on the Susquehannock Trail. We're doing a 3-day, 2-night loop, just a small portion of the trail. The Susquehannock Trail is a giant loop of 84 miles, but it has a lot of cross connectors so you can make smaller trails. And in this trip, we are going in about, I would say 11 miles or so, then taking the West Branch Trail, crossing over for about another, say like 5 miles, and then picking up the other side of the Susquehannock Trail, roughly around mile 77, and then back to the end again. So nice little loop. We're about 3 miles in. We came up to the first vista of the trail, and this is new. They put a bench here, and over there's a picnic table. So we're gonna stop here and take advantage of it and have lunch. This morning we started at the traditional start of this trail, which is called the Northern Gateway. And that's located near Denton Hill State Park. It's at the DCNR district office. Can't remember the name of it, but it's basically one of the northernmost points of the trail. And you know, you register your vehicle and you sign in. So it's a really nice and safer place to park. But right now we're making really good time. I guess me and Carly are hiking faster than what I originally anticipated. So if we keep going at this pace, and we're not rushing, but if we keep going at this pace, we'll be at camp at like 1 in the afternoon. So, but that'll be nice place to relax. Or if the camp doesn't work out, you know, if it's not good enough for hammocks and stuff, then we have a lot of time to find some other place. So that's always it's always good. Huge mushroom. Just found camp about 1:15, and right down from where we were planning on camping, it was kind of just off the trail a little bit. So we knew this spot was, remember this spot was here from when I passed it many times, but it's a really nice spot. There's a picnic table right down here, which we're probably gonna eat dinner at. It's kind of down there. If you watch any of my previous videos, I stop every single time there for lunch. But this is a really nice place. I mean, you could put tons and tons of tents just all over the place. And there's a couple spots for hammocks, some nice trees here and there. But we're gonna put, I think Carly's gonna go from that tree over to here, and I'm gonna go, or no, from here to here, and I'm gonna go from that same tree over to that tree. And that's where we're gonna hang for the night. So, and there's also tons of firewood here, somebody cut up. We're gonna probably make a little bit of a fire tonight, mainly just to keep some of the bugs away. Nothing big, because we don't want to sit there and have to maintain it for hours and hours. But so that's the plan. So now we're just going to have to get set up. The view from my hammock. Pretty nice view. Carly's right over there. Same view. almost 3 o'clock. We're all set up. And so we got here early, so I'm just gonna have some tea, and we're right by water. This is like one of the best spots that I think I've ever camped at. I mean, this is up there with the Allegheny Front Trail and the one spot on the Loyalsox Trail. This is a really, really nice spot. Plenty of water, it's like right there, feet away. Some breeze coming through. There is a little road up here, and some people just walk right by camp. I guess they're out with their kids just messing around the woods. So yeah, so we're just contending with people, but it's a really nice spot. But so now we're just going to sit here and have some tea, and probably just hang out and relax for a while, and then we'll make dinner. I have the red tail from Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, top quilt, and this is a great hammock. Well, it's a little bit on the heavier side compared to some of my other hammocks, but really nice. This thing is like a tank. Plus, you can do this with you can take off the bug netting and everything. I have my hammock here, 40-degree under quilt, my burrow, or my Phoenix, sorry, and I also have my Z-Packs top quilt, 30-degree. But my tarp is the Palace tarp from Hammock Gear. It's my largest tarp that I have. 12-foot ridge line, and I think it's 10.5 feet wide on its widest points, but you get a lot of coverage, and this thing is perfect for bad weather. And speaking of bad weather, tonight we're supposed to get severe thunderstorms with high winds and hail is what they were calling for. We have a little bit of signal. I was able to pull down some weather, so after we eat today, I think it's like 3:30, going on 4 o'clock. We'll eat around 5, I think. Whenever we feel like it. And when it gets closer to bedtime, or if it starts raining, but we'll definitely, I'm going to hunker down and shut the doors and stuff and get ready, just to make sure I don't have to get up in the middle of the night then and deal with it. And we'll do the same thing for Carly's set up, and she's laying there relaxing now, but right over here is Carly. She's relaxing, and then check out the view. Dinner time, and right near where we camp, we went back here to this picnic table to eat. We just carried our food bags. It's only like 50 yards from here to where we're camping, so, and you can't pass up a picnic table. It's a lot better to sit, and it's better than sitting in your hammock and having animals come by. But the weather, the temperature kind of dropped. It's like around 75 degrees and breeze coming through periodically. It's kind of clouding up, but it's turning out to be a nice cool night. Not like my last trip, and I was just totally drenched the whole time hiking and at camp, and everything was just so humid. So it'll be a nice quiet night until it starts storming, of course. But we're both having Dottie's chicken and dumplings, one of my favorites, and then just some other random snacks that we're both eating. So dinner's done, and it's really good. And we hung our food bag. We got all our chores done. So now we're just kind of laying around. It's about 6:30, going on 7 o'clock. And today was a good hike day. We did 7 miles in. So tomorrow is going to be roughly like anywhere between 8 and 11 miles, depending on where we have to go. We're going to take the West Branch trail, which kind of connects one side of the trail to the other. That's how we're making this short loop. There's 2 camping areas there on that. I was never on the West Branch trail. It's like a 5-6 mile stretch. I was never there. For those of you that are familiar with the trail, you pick it up at like around mile 11 on the Susquehannock Trail, right after the shelter, the Dynamite Shack shelter, which is the first shelter on this trail. But I've never taken that trail, so I don't know what the camping is like. But I do know there's a shelter at 11 miles from here that we could probably hang at. I can't remember the name of the shelter, but it's the last shelter on the trail. It's like at 70-something miles. So That is the plan for tomorrow. We're going to hope Carly can do that many miles. I mean, she did 7 miles today. Great. No problems. How you feel, Carly? Oh, she had her headphones on. But anyway, it was, she was able to make it 7 miles. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, see how we can do it. It's supposed to rain tonight, be raining in the morning maybe. So that may slow some things down, but we have all day to do it. And we made really good time getting here. It was roughly 7 miles and it took us, we started 9:30. We got here a little after 1, a couple minutes after 1. So about 4 hours. So that's almost like 2 miles an hour. That's like 1.78. And that includes stopping for a long time for lunch. We stopped for a while to have lunch because we knew we didn't have that far to go today. We didn't want to get to camp too early. So, and that raises a good point because that's about pretty much the average that I hike. I know I do like bigger miles during the days when I'm by myself or with somebody else. And I always usually get comments like, why don't you slow down or stop and smell the roses? I don't hike fast. There's this big misconception that I hike really fast, like 2, 3, 4 miles an hour. Now, granted, there are some times I do it. If it's a road walk, man, I'll cruise, because who likes a road walk? But other than that, I mean, I only go between like 1.7 and 2 miles an hour on average for the day, which is pretty much what most other people do. That's not like running down the trail. So the difference is normally I start really early in the morning, like around 6 o'clock or even earlier, and I hike until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So I hike a lot longer. And I don't really stop like to have sit-down breaks. I'll stop and I'll look at things because I'm always setting up, shots for camera. I got a lot of footage, a lot of pictures, a lot of stuff that you guys don't even see. And that takes time to do. So I'm going a good, I'm pretty much taking my time as I hike. Like I said, I just hike longer. So that's it. Just kind of want to explain that misconception because people ask me all the time, why don't you slow down and, enjoy the trail? Well, I do, because I don't really hike fast. I just hike long hours. So that's the difference anyway. But, so we're going to relax. And once we're done, once it gets around like 8 o'clock or something, we're going to start closing down the doors and everything and get ready for potential for storms tonight. Because it's starting to cloud up. I can see it. We were relaxing and we heard a whole bunch of thunder off in the distance. So what we decided to do was to get out and to hunker down because they are caught the storm. I see dark clouds coming over top. Heard a lot of thunder off in the distance. And they're calling for like high winds and hail. So we really hunkered down. Carly's tarp is totally in storm mode. Doors shut. She's all battened down. We got rocks on all the stakes. My tarp, since it's bigger, I have it in what I call the Dan cave configuration because everything is down, doors are shut, but this one peak, I put a trekking pole in it just to kind of lift it up so I can see and to get some airflow. And that's only because I have that center tie out. I can't do that on my other tarp, and that's the tarp I normally take. And this is basically my colder weather tarp because it has more coverage, but we're hunkered down. So now we're just going to get in and try to ride out the storms. And supposedly it looks like they're going to be passing. So it shouldn't be like an all night kind of thing. But anyway, we're done for the night. We're going to relax. It's about, I don't know, a little after 7, I guess. So we're just going to relax and then probably end up going to sleep. Our food is hung way over there and we're good to go. So with that, I'm going to end it and we'll see you tomorrow.